Good evening, everybody. Ashadavan is here with the live broadcast of Sadrang. This is also like a special episode, and due to this coronavirus and lockdown and everything, life is a little not normal as it used to be, and we cannot go out and we cannot do the stuff. But there are some brave souls who are still doing some incredible work. And I have with me a very nice person, a very kind-hearted person, and I like to introduce her to you guys. So I'm gonna bring Sutha Shanmugarajah with me here. Sutha, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. And I want to welcome you on the show. And I was trying to get you for a while, but you were so busy all the time. And finally, I got you on the show. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. What kind of background you have? Yeah, please.
Okay, before I start everything, I just want to say thank you to Asad for inviting me on your show. And I also wanted to let all the mothers who are watching this, listening, have a happy Mother's Day. It's been a great day for me today. I'll explain that later. So, a little bit about me. My name is Sutha Shanmugarajah. I was originally born in Sri Lanka, a place called Jaffna. And I've been in Canada for many years. And so currently I'm working at the hospital, at Toronto Western Hospital, as a clinical research coordinator for psoriatic arthritis program. And I speak both my language, Tamil, and I speak English. Yeah, there you go.
That's good. And I think you have some ties to the beautiful town of Ajax too, don't you?
What's that?
Town of Ajax. You have some ties with the Ajax.
Yeah, I used to live in Ajax. I lived in Ajax for 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I was part of Town of Ajax volunteer group. Yeah.
That's good. So you're doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So with all this COVID-19 virus and everything, how are you handling because I know you live in downtown Toronto, and how are you managing your work and your volunteer work?
So no, at the moment I actually live in Scarborough, but I go to downtown for work. So when COVID situation came about, we because I work in research, a lot of us were told that we need the research is not going to be continuing at the moment, and we be start working from home. But at that time, they were also asking for people to voluntarily sign up for some of the COVID related help. So I put my name for screening. So from the time when COVID started, I have been helping with screening at the hospital at least 2 days a week. So rest of the 3 days, I could either work from home, and sometime if I have to go to the office, I would go. So the thing is, since I've been working in the hospital for many years, it's actually going to be 18 years.
God bless you.
I I just felt like that during this time I needed to do something. So that's the reason I did sign up for the screening role. So what we do is, as a screener, we are at the main entrance, and we had to make sure that uh, like public or like patients, or even the staff who are entering the hospital, that they don't have any symptoms of COVID, like cough, fever, or runny nose, sore throat, or if they haven't traveled in the past 14 days. So those were the questions initially. The thing is, the hospital is trying to protect, like even the patients they're already there. So by eliminating people who are really sick entering all these entrance, we are trying to help reduce the spread of COVID-19. So that's what I have been helping, being at the entrance and helping out with that screening. Yeah.
That's great. So that means you're like a really like a volunteer person.
The I couldn't hear the sound. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
missed the.
So what I'm saying, like, that's so nice of you that you're doing that, because I know that's not easy to standing and there
Yeah.
people. So
It's just it's been really after the shutdown of all the places, even the hospitals, it looks empty, right? It was like initially it was emotional, like what is happening here. I have also helped during the SARS time, which was like in 2003. I was also working during that time, but it was not like this where everything is shut down now. So it was kind of one thing was I remember before COVID-19, it took me a long time to get to work. So some of the experience I'm sharing here, it took me like 1 hour, like and 10 minutes, or even a little bit longer to get to work. Now I drive, so my shifts are like early in the morning for screenings. I had to be there at 5:45 a.m. And I'm like driving on Down Valley Parkway, and I'm like I could get to work in 20 minutes. But sometimes it's so sad to see because you have seen a busy city. Downtown is always packed with people. So it was really emotional in the beginning. But to bring down the number of cases rising is people have been listening and they have been staying home. So which we are happy about. Yeah.
that's great. That's great. So thank you so much. Okay, now I know that that's your professional life. How about your volunteer life? I know you have been doing volunteering long time
Yeah.
ago, and how are you managing these days?
Okay. So the one thing I was like, what was happening at shelters was it's the same thing. You had everybody had to follow the social distancing policy, and so most of the shelters were, they already had in Toronto there was already problem with managing the number of people to accommodate in shelters, and this created even more problem because of all the social distancing. So there was a lot of struggle that was happening there. The other thing that I know for a fact, because I have been helping in serving meals or helping in preparing meals. So what I did, I contacted them, and because I did listen to the news, I know this is going to be, there were homeless people before, there were people who were struggling for food before. I know it's something going to be even worse now. So I contacted some of the places that I have previously volunteered, or I was searching online to help out, like any new places that needed help. So I was working, but I would like some of the days I was helping with screening on the weekend. So I would take a day off during the week, and I have talked to the places. So there was three that I was involved during this time. One is the St. Francis Table. The other one was Life Community Project Durham region, and the third one was Chef Jagger Gordon. So those three groups were like still continuing and doing in a different way, because the doors were not open at some of the shelters where they used to serve lunch and dinner, or lunch or dinner, like either way. And so I contacted these people and find out how I could help. And since I already have experience volunteering, it was easy for me to fit in. And also working in the healthcare area, I was able to apply the personal protective measures, wearing mask and gloves. And they were also telling all these rules and policies. But the thing was that another thing was there was limited number of volunteers. People were also afraid to come and join. And places that I would normally go, we would have 10, 15, or 20 volunteers. Now, you end up with 3 or 4 volunteers. So it was different. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's pretty hard to get out, and a lot of people get scared. And with the volunteer, I mean, sometimes people say, yeah, did you hear me?
I hear you now.
Yeah, no, I was saying like, yeah, it is. It's pretty hard these days to get out and help people. A lot of people are, not allowed to go, and people who do go, I mean, they show that we are here, we're doing this, and some people say, oh, this is not really like a volunteerism. They're like promoting themselves. So, what are your thought on that topic? What do you think?
The places that I went, I know, like even during this time, there was a big need. So let me take St. Francis Table, which I used to go with my friend and my Leonard. We were like organizing meals over there, but I know there was limited number of people, so I did contact them, and they go, "Yeah, come over. We need help." And we did actually prepare the lunch, and there was like a little bit over 100 people outside because they were not supposed to come in. So they had to follow the 6 feet, the distance policy, and they had to stand outside. And there were still people coming. So uh, lining up, if people didn't needed the food, they won't be lining up during this crisis. So that's one example. The other one was the Life Community Project, Durham region. There was a shelter over there. The kitchen, actually, St. Vincent kitchen, they were also closed. They weren't serving meals, but the Life Community Project team, they usually gather around the Memorial Park, Oshawa, and they were serving meals on Sunday. They stepped in and they go, no, we have to do something more now because the kitchen is closed, which used to serve lunch. So we have to do something. So what they did was they decided to like serve sandwiches, water, banana, cookie, and some other treat. And there was a need, like in the very beginning, a lot of these needy people, homeless people, when people are hungry, I think they don't have the time to be listening to the news. They're not even worried about, getting the virus. They need the food. So when we went to the park, they we have to tell them, about the policy. So the Life Community team had worked really hard, and then they were able to get people like where they live, and they were able to deliver. And the other thing was some people did come to the park and line up and were getting the sandwiches. And with Chef Jagger Gordon, a lot of people know him, and he like prepare like thousands of meals a day, and he goes around downtown area where I don't know a lot of people. If you drive around like Lakeshore underneath the Gardiner, there's still a lot of people uses tent and sleep down there, and even Don Valley under the bridge area. I have personally seen when I'm driving around Evergreen Woods around that area, people like living in tents, and even some people around University and Queens Park area too. Usually, I come across people sleeping on the street, and people. The Chef Jagger Gordon's program, Feed It Forward, they actually drive around in downtown and have been giving food to all these needed people. So, and I have seen it. So I don't know what people would say, but I have seen the need before, and during this time, it has doubled. Yeah.
Are you still there?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
Some technical
Yes.
issues. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's all right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. Did you hear what I said? I was saying
No, no,
there was still a need, like even before COVID 19, and I do feel like that number has increased now because of the shelters being closed, and some of the places are not serving meals. So there are other groups that have stepped in, or the group that was already there. They're kind of doing it as a takeout or delivery service. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. So, another question is, you know how when you go to like do the volunteer work and you want to show that you are there, and you take a picture of yourself or you take the picture of the location and you post on the social media,
Yeah.
and some people say, oh, okay, why are you putting the pictures? So what do you say about that?
So yeah, so this is what I say to people. You know, there's two ways. Um, so I take pictures and I share them, and usually in those pictures, usually I'm in it, and then I would take pictures of what exactly we do, and I never wanted to take pictures of people that I'm actually giving the stuff because I think it's kind of violating their privacy, and we are not here to show who is getting what. It's more of when I put it on Facebook, I have had people, the supporters, they usually ask me how they could get involved. So by posting that, it's a way of getting other people to do it. So that's the reason I post it. For example, today, like I was really happy. This is Mother's Day today, and I had the opportunity to work with two individuals that they wanted to donate food, and one person wanted to donate food for the frontline workers. The other one wanted to donate for the homeless. So the reason they know about this is they have been seeing what I've been doing on Facebook, and they connected with me, and I was able to help them. So that's how my posting on Facebook helped to spread the message and make awareness about the different community services that people could do. Yeah, that would be my answer. Yeah.
No, no, you're absolutely right. And uh, like with my own personal experience, sometimes we think there's no need. We live here in good city and everything is fine, so there's no need. And a lot of people don't tune into that kind of stuff. But when you go there and you post a picture and people say, "Oh, there's a need," so that means you are you're sort of like spreading the word. Yes, there's a need.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So I think here's the difference. Like when if you posting a picture, your picture with the client, that means you're violating their privacy and you're promoting yourself. But if you go there and maybe if you have your picture and you say, okay, maybe I'm in Memorial Park and I'm here, so that means you are just spreading the word that there's a need. You are
Yeah,
not
that's true.
violating anybody's privacy or
Yeah.
you're not jeopardizing anybody's identity. You're just spreading the word.
Yeah, that's true. And through this, there are a lot of things that I don't post on Facebook. There has been a lot of people who have given me clothes for needy people, good ones, and something in good condition. I have got books from people from their children who have grown older. I received toys. I received school supplies. So I don't just do this in like just in Canada, Toronto, Scarborough, or downtown area. I have connections with other people from other country who they also send to villages where it's needed. So there are many things that I don't post on Facebook. As I mentioned, I'm not here to say I have given this much to this person, right? But by people seeing it, they have connected with me and they go, I have this table, I have this kitchen stuff that I don't need. Do you know any place where this can be get donated, right? So that's why that's what this promoting it on Facebook helps. Yeah.
I think that you said pretty good because I know, like personally, like when we came here to Canada, and as I said before, we have the assumption that there's no need.
Mhm.
So, so whenever we do our cleaning, we get the stuff and we put into those boxes. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not against those boxes. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
They're good. They're doing a good job too. But if I can help somebody in my neighborhood, I would do help
Yeah. That's
in my
true. Yeah.
neighborhood instead of
Yeah.
just, you don't know where those things goes. So yes, so this way, when you do stuff and you spread the word around, then people know, okay, there is a need, and
Yeah.
there's a person. So some people, they don't have the time. They have
Mm.
they have the stuff at home, but they don't have time to go out there and deliver or give to the people. So then there's, oh, okay, there's a person who can do this stuff. So they might call you, or they might contact you through social media and say, okay, we have this stuff, and can you
Yeah.
do it for us? So I think it's like, what do you say, that like there's like a right way of doing things, and there's a wrong way of doing things.
Yeah.
So do things in the right way, nobody
Yeah.
can object on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's the message you have for other people? How can they join you, or they can volunteer with you?
Okay, so most of the time people say, "Oh, I must have like 1,000 hours in a day." It's not that. I wake up like this is my routine. Everybody has their different way of doing things. I wake up early in the morning. I do watch a little bit of the news, and I hardly watch any other program. Is once again is people's choice. I'm a person who likes to experience life by being in other people's shoes, and most of the time you cannot feel what other people are going through, what pain they're going through. But I like to spend a lot of time. I do my work, but when I have free time, I do like to go out there and see how I could help. And to be honest, I'm not a millionaire. I When I spread messages, there are people who come and they go, "Do you want to work on this, or can you do something if I give you, money, or if I have this plan, can you come and help?" And that's how I spend my time. And the one message that I could tell people is volunteering brings not one message. There's a lot of benefits to volunteering. By spending time with people, you get to know their stories. And sometimes we feel like, our life is bad, or, there are worse situations out there. And then you're like, oh my God, why am I sitting and complaining about something when someone doesn't have food to eat? So there's basic things in life. Some people don't have that. So over here, we have so much time, and sometimes we don't use it productively. So there are ways of volunteering, and it's beneficial for you. It makes you a better person. You'll be happy, and it's also good for your health. As being part of the healthcare, I have contributed time for the hospital too, like for fundraising for great causes in the hospital. And most of the time, it involves running, walking, or other form of activities, which is good for my body. So there are great benefits in volunteering in many ways. So that's what I would tell people. You will become a better person. Yeah.
And I think you raise a pretty good point that you are not a millionaire,
Mm.
and I think all of us are not millionaire.
Yeah.
We work, our jobs, and we pay our bills, everything. And I had somebody on my show the last time, and what that person says, she said, like, even if you don't have money,
Mhm.
you can go to the park, you can clean the park,
Yeah.
you can go to the neighborhood, you can clean the neighborhood. So
Yeah.
so when we say volunteer, doesn't mean that you have to give something. No, you
Yeah.
can do so many things.
Yeah.
As long as you take care of your neighborhood. Okay,
Mhm.
why I'm saying neighborhood? That means if I take care of my neighborhood, and
Yeah.
that the other person take care of their neighborhood, the other
Yeah.
person takes their, so that means the whole area will be nice, the
Yeah.
whole province will be nice, the whole country will be nice, the whole world will be nice. So
Yeah.
if all of us pitch
Mm.
a little bit,
Yeah.
if you have money, you don't have time, you give the money.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't have the money, you have time, you give the time. So here's the
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's a combination of things. If we bring them together, like all of us have some kind of talent
mm,
or skills.
yeah,
The only thing we have to bring them together in a such a way that it should be like a win-win situation.
yeah. Yeah, as you mentioned, there is it also depends on what you say is your interest. So there are volunteering in all kinds of area, right? If you like children, you could take your time to read for them. Library has tons of volunteering. If you like seniors, there are things to do at senior homes. You could do shopping for them. You could also spend time with them. If you are dealing with adults. A lot of the people are, going through mental illness, need someone to talk to. So that's also, yeah, coming back, giving you a time. So there are so many ways of volunteering, different way of volunteering. So, and when you use it wisely with someone who need it, it just makes you feel good. Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely right. I mean, so money should not be the concern.
yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
don't have the money. Okay,
yeah,
if you want to do something for the society,
yeah,
for the community, for the neighborhood, you can do it in different ways.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
and to be honest with you, during from the time of the COVID shutdown until up now, like I'm really happy to say by places that I volunteered, I personally been there helping to make things happen. I would say over 10,000 meals during this time that I was able to be part of or help in. So yeah, that was just me being with their team, and yeah, yeah.
that's
And
great.
it was not my money. I didn't spend the money for that 10,000, over 10,000 meals. It wasn't my money. I went my on my own, helped, or people came to me and we were organizing meals for others. So the only thing that came from me was my openness to help and my time. But 10,000 meals were served.
No,
Yeah,
that's great. That's
yeah,
great. Thank you. Sudha, we are running out of time now, so
yeah.
I'd like to have a message from you for people who are watching you.
People who are watching,
Yeah, a
you
message from
know,
you.
yeah, I would just say when I came to Canada too, my family had difficulty too. And when I was young, there were things that was unreachable. And some of the things I thought it will never be possible, but people who came in my life, people who really supported me, have pushed me through to keep the going up the ladder and make things possible. And so if you have a goal or if you want to make a difference in someone's life, it's really possible. It might not happen at the moment, but it will come to you if you keep on believing. Yeah,
That's absolutely right, Sudha. Thank you so much for your time, and
yeah,
it was so nice talking to you. So
yeah.
we'll see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time too. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So there was Sudha giving her experience as a volunteer, and we are running out of time too. So I'll see you guys later. God bless you. And I think I forgot to say Happy Mother's Day. All the mothers out there, Happy Mother's Day. Thank you very much. Bye.